Hey everyone, this is Peter Mueller again. Just wanted to share with you a video on the 5 values I would look for in a real estate agent when I'm recruiting them. Well, first of all, I just listed these 5 values here on this piece of paper. First thing I'm looking for is honesty. Second thing, integrity. Third, professionalism, financial responsibility, and productivity. Now here's the issue, of course. When you're recruiting agents and you've got a list of people, some are bigger marketplaces, some are smaller. I was in a bigger marketplace, so of course I didn't know all those real estate agents. I didn't know if they were honest. I didn't know if they had integrity. I don't know if they're professional or have financial responsibility. And because of those reasons or those things, the only thing I was left with is, are they productive? Do they produce? Do they have volume? And that's the first criteria I always look for. So when I did a demographic of the agents that I felt would probably be willing to travel to my office geographically and be willing to work in my company, the first thing I always looked for was productive agents. For me, that was important. I wanted agents that were doing about $2 million and above. Now again, this has everything to do with your goals. It has everything to do with your profit objectives. What I would ask you to do is to have a clear and definitive gross profit objective. So what that means is know what the minimum amount of money you'd like to earn from that agent. What's the minimum? If you talk about a benchmark or a goal, again, this doesn't apply to everybody, but let's say it's $15,000. $15,000 is your gross profit. That's the amount that you'd like to earn per person. Sometimes you have to take a risk on newer agents, and sometimes you have to lower your expectation maybe in the first year, depending on what you're looking for. But definitively, if you're looking for experienced agents, the first thing you have to look for is whether they're productive. And what is your minimum production standard, which ties directly in with your minimum gross profit standard. You see, guys, it's not just so much about some sort of fictitious number. It's not about just sort of defining it and saying, oh, this amount and above. You got to know that when those agents hit a certain level, how much money will you earn? This is really the way to define it. So let's say that the minimum objective is $10,000. You know that on your typical comp plan, that means you have to get agents that are doing at least $40,000 in gross commission income and above. Then that's where I would start, and I would look for everybody above that line because we're talking about recruiting experienced agents here now. Now, when you look at the other 4 values, just realize, don't worry if you don't know the other 4 because that's what the interview is for. The interview is for the qualification process. That's when you get to talk to them. In the previous video, I talked about the 5-step agenda. And one of the steps in the agenda is about you and then about us. So the about you refers to the agent. So what that means is you got to talk to them about who they are, what they're all about, what values they hold, what is important to them. And that's when you find out whether they have honesty. That's whether you find out if they have integrity. When you talk to them, when you ask lots of questions, that's when you can find out whether they're professional. When you dig down into questions, how they handle a transaction, how they service their customers. See, these are very important questions that many times we may not ask during the recruiting interview. But this is the questions that I would ask because I'm looking for these values. When these 5 values are in the forefront of our mind, then the questions that we're going to ask are going to be surrounded by those things. So guys, once again, the 5 values you want: honest agents, you want people that are going to tell the truth, you want people that are going to follow through with what they say they're going to do, you want agents that are professional, that aren't going to take the company down. And you need to hold true to these values and let everybody in the company know that these are the values you hold true and these are the values that you hold up high. You want agents that are financially responsible. Don't let them get away with not paying their bills. Keep them accountable to that because you're teaching them how to be better human beings too. And ultimately, you want them to stay productive. Have a minimum production standard in the office because if they don't achieve it, then you can give them a warning about it. You can let them know that you have these standards. You don't have these standards unless you follow them through, unless you have the expectations, unless you hold people accountable to it. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video today on the 5 values I would look for in an experienced real estate agent. So this is Peter Mueller signing off again, wishing you all a profitable day. Hey folks, if you'd like to see more content like this on a regular basis, please click on the like button and subscribe to our channel today. And if you'd like to have a complimentary coaching call with me on profitability, my calendar link is also posted in the description below, together with links with any of the tools or the materials that we described in this video. So thanks for watching and make it a profitable day.